Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Full Mechanics 1100 Calamity Gundam. Oh, and just FYI, you might want to hang around till the end of the video. So let's get into it. Alright, as per usual, let's get the accessories out of the way. And for stickers, I mean, this is it. You have the eyes, of course, as usual. Two green foil stickers for the cameras on the front and back of the head, and then the little red foil sticker is for the sight on the bazooka, so that's always nice to see. I mean, can't complain about that at all. And then of course you do have a nice set of these sticker decals, which of course they are sticker decals, and if you're not fond of these, I'm sure if you wait and you're patient, they will come out with some water slide decals for this guy before long. I can't imagine why they won't. But a nice set of them. I like the orange and everything. It's a nice different color to have for these. So you got a nice selection of these to place wherever you might happen to like on here. And then of course you do have a typical action base adapter. Haven't given this a try yet. We will towards the end of the video see if it actually holds pretty well or not. And now for the fun stuff. First off right here we have the shield, which this thing is, the way it's designed is really nice. I mean, it's all layered. We got three different layers here. You know, the two different greens, but you also have this nice sort of teal sandwiched in between them. And then all the different yellow vents and everything. And this is not your typical, you know, sort of Gundam yellow. It's more of a kind of a burnt, sort of orangish yellow. And personally, I really like it. It's kind of along the lines of the color I painted my on my Turn A a while back. But for this you have a simple, just a plug into the back of the arm here, and adjustable foregrip, slide up and down, of course hinges right here as well. And then you also have these two cannons which you can pose on here, which are pretty neat. And these are actually a lot like the typical front skirting armor on most high grades, where you know you can clip the center. And there's two ball joints in here. I didn't clip them on this, but you can clip them if you want, and you'll be able to move them side to side and everything, I would imagine. So you can get quite a bit more movement out of there. I might do that eventually when I do some more work on this guy, but all in all, I mean, the shield is really nice. I love how it's layered, like I said, and there's all this nice little detail up in here. Got some detail down the vents and everything. And I love the angles on this. Really good job they did on the shield here. I like this. And then for the bazooka, oh, before I forget, you also do have one extra set of hands. These are swappable fingers on this guy. And as you can see, it's just a trigger finger for holding this weapon. Of course, you only get the right hand, so there's no left hand for this. So, and this thing is actually pretty awesome here in itself. I mean, this thing has the only seam line that I can think of on this whole entire kit, and it's just this little bit running right through here. I don't even know if you can really see it because it blends in pretty well. But the rest of it, you know, this piece is two halves sandwiched, and they have like a sort of panel line detail there, which I don't know why they didn't do it for the rest of it or something. But then some of this is like a whole section tubes they've printed out and everything. So all in all, this is really nicely done. Great detail on it. Only thing that moves on it is the handle here. So you can get it nice in position however you might need over the shoulder or anything like that when you're posing them. And then of course you got some different colors here. You got a little bit of this light gray on the end and on the sight here, and that's where that other red foil sticker goes. But all in all, this is really well done and nicely detailed. I really like this here. But for the accessories and everything, that's all he comes with. There's no beam sabers or anything. But this guy is basically, from what I haven't seen Seed, ain't gonna lie. But all in all, this guy's more or less, in my mind, it seems to be designed to be like a walking tank pretty much. Anything in his vicinity is basically going to get demolished, so he doesn't seem like he's one to do much close quarter combat. But now we'll get to the details of the kit itself and some of the articulation. Alright, before we get into the articulation and everything going over the kit, here's a quick size comparison. Here is the High Grade Beyond Global, and this is the Master Grade Origin RX. So he is obviously beefier and a bit bigger than the Master Grade Origin, but not terribly too much. And of course, if you're counting the cannons and everything, it's definitely a lot larger than the Master Grade. But let's go ahead and get to the articulation here. Move these guys out of the way. Alright, we'll start with the backpack here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off just to kind of help keep things in frame. That definitely is never going to fall out on you. Alright, for the backpack, it's pretty simple and straightforward. You have the two cannons here. Oh, and this does have the striker connection, I believe is what it's called. I don't have any other seed kits. I have one, but I haven't built it yet. But I doubt the other pack's really going to work with this guy, because the way these thrusters right here and everything kind of protrude at the back, it takes some customization to make one of the other packs work. But other than that, it might do just fine. But on to the articulation. These are pretty straightforward, you know, simple peg up and down. The little thrusters back here, they do a little up and down as well, not too much. Now this is one of the details that kind of shows that it's not actually a master grade. It's full mechanics, is kind of the detail inside some of these thrusters. There's really not much, like no separate pieces or anything like that. There's no coloration in there. So if you want it to be kind of gray in there, or maybe yellow or red or anything like that, it's something you'll have to paint yourself. But then they also do side to side quite well. So they go over the shoulders just fine, and you'll be able to get them just about wherever you want. You can have them pointing off to the side or whichever way, crisscross. Yeah, have fun with it. Oh, and the detail on this, because this is back behind the head, you'll be able to see all this in there and everything. So if you're actually going to paint this kit, it'll be fun to actually just kind of take your brush and really paint that up with some nice colors in there, because it'll be completely visible when it's on the kit as well. Alright, so now for the MS itself, let's get to the articulation on this guy. Now, of course, the head here is on a ball joint in the bottom, ball joint right underneath the head. You get all the movements you might want. Not too much tilt or anything, but front and back, chicken neck, everything. He does everything you might want him to. And this head is actually no seam lines on it, but it's like it's about 8 pieces, maybe more. Just 8 pieces alone on it, so it's very well put together and very well detailed. Then here on the shoulders, you have this little bit right here, front and back on the kit, both move around. The shoulder armor does move fairly independent, and then these little thrusters here also move pretty well on their own. And now on the shoulder here for the arm, it moves very nicely. You can come quite a ways out, as you can see there. So that's a nice gimmick there on how that works, and you can pretty much bring the whole arm across the chest there, so that's very nice. And it's not really loose or anything, but it's not so tight you're worried about maybe stressing any of the plastic or the pegs in there, so they did design that pretty well. Now as for the arm, pull that arm up a little bit. You do get a full 90. It gets a little bit in the way right there from that armor flap that hangs down, but you still get a pretty good bend out of that, not an issue at all. And of course, upper bicep rotation. And the wrist, of course, is on a ball joint as typical. And as you've seen, this does have swappable fingers. I don't know if they'll work with the other seed kits, because I believe they have swappable fingers as well. And then, of course, the thumb is one piece on a little ball joint there. Now for the waist, let's see what we got here. You got not too bad, a little bit of side to side there, not terrible. And as for front to back, you have a pretty good front crunch right there. That you can't complain about at all. And even when it's separated, you can see there's detail up in there as well, so it doesn't look like just some hollow plastic or anything, so that's very nice as well. And then towards the back, well, that's not supposed to happen. And towards the back, not much of a crunch. Yeah, he doesn't go back at all, so no backward movement. The front skirts are separate and they move just fine. Got a couple places of articulation there in those. Side skirts, good up and down, of course, and front to back, so that all works well. Now the back skirting is connected, but it's also separate ball joints in there, like a front skirting on a high grade. So I just snipped them separate and they move separately now. So if you want to leave it together, they'll move as unison, but you can snip them and they ain't going anywhere. They don't fall out or anything, so that's very nice. All right, front kick up, not too bad. A little more than, that's about 90 right there. To the back, armor out of the way a little bit. That's about all you're getting right there, not too much. And of course, well, Sarah's will pop off, but his legs will go out as far as you kind of want on the side. You'll have to kind of adjust the side skirting as well. But actually having that pop off, you do have a hip sliding gimmick here. As you can see, it'll swing down, and that should get you a little bit more. I'm just knocking off those side skirts. This review is just going to crap, ain't it? I swear, when you're actually messing with it, it doesn't fall apart like this. It's just the way I'm having to handle it behind the camera. But it'll give you some extra leg kick up to the front. Since the skirting armor's popped off and everything, this whole section right here, you can actually see it. It has its own sort of gimmick. It will shift, moving up and down along with the ab crunch of the guy. So that's actually pretty cool. I haven't seen that before on any kit, so I thought that was really neat. And as for the knees, of course you do get a pretty good full double knee joint right there. Nice bend. Can't complain there. And then for the ankles here, you do have this little bit of armor here that goes up and down. It does move up pretty well to kind of get out of your way. And as for the feet, move them up about that far. They go back pretty decent. And there's no toe bend or anything like that on them. So let me get all these missing pieces back on this poor fella. And we'll kind of go over a few things, and then we'll get to the special stuff at the end of this video. Alright, for my final thoughts on this kit, it was a fun, different build, that's for sure. It's not quite a master grade, of course, no inner frame, missing a few details and some color apps or whatever. But the surface detail, like the panel lining and everything on this, is great. The bits that armor and stuff that peek out is just really nice. And the layering of some of the parts of the shield, the chest is several parts layered in there. It looks really great. And this is also, you know, a fairly straightforward build. It's, you know, falls of course in between a high grade and a master grade, which some ways makes this a perfect kit for people that are they're new and they build high grades and are a little apprehensive about going to a master grade. This is perfect to bridge that gap. Which is also another reason why I picked this kit for this video, is because I have a lot of newer builders that watch my channel, and then of course there's people that are fairly seasoned in building, and it doesn't matter what you give them, they have no trouble with it. But I picked it for the reason of I'm giving one of these kits away. I'm giving away a Full Mechanics 1100 Calamity Gundam. And the reason being is I've gotten just over 500 subscribers now, and I want to say thank you to everybody that supported me and, you know, all the friends and people I've met here and on Twitter. It's just been fun. I mean, I've enjoyed myself quite a bit. Don't get to do as many videos and things as often as I like, but of course with school and a family, it kind of goes that way. But I picked this kit because I think it'd be great for any new builders. You shouldn't have any issue building this. And for seasoned builders, y'all will still enjoy it as well. I had fun building it. But this is an international giveaway, so anybody feel free to enter. For legal reasons and whatever, I think YouTube and no one else sponsors this giveaway. This is being sponsored by me, just to say thank you to all of y'all. Now, like I said, it is international, and it's very simple to enter. All I ask is that you like this video, be subscribed of course, and leave a comment down below. And in your comment, I want you to leave the keyword #WhiskeredCalamity, which I'm going to put it somewhere on the screen here, so y'all will see that. And I'll probably put it in the description down below, so it'll be easy enough. Oh, and I did forget, this is going to run for 3 weeks. So on August 30th, I will pick the winner, and I will put up the video of it, me picking the winner, as soon as I can get it up. So you got 3 weeks. August 30th, I'll be drawing the winner. But also along with that, just for like the new builders and even people like me, there's a lot of kits I haven't come across, and I want you to put in the comment, you know, one of your kits that you think is a must build. And that'd be great, kind of helps some of the new people look for kits that they might be interested in and so forth. But once again, like I said, thank y'all very much. I've been having fun doing this, and I just want to give back. I wish I could give everybody a kit or something like that, but I don't make that much money. But once again, just like, be subscribed, and in the comments, hashtag Whisker Calamity. And guys, I appreciate everything. I appreciate the support, and thank you again. And until next time, later.